Hello, Lieutenant Craig Ellis from the Toledo Fire and Maintenance Bureau. Just wanted to go over the use of the UV light and its functions. If for some reason you deem necessary within the fire station that you need the use of the UV light, what you want to do is discuss it with your officer. Your officer then needs to discuss it with the battalion chief. They go through the director or the deputy chief of operations or his designee and get that approved, and they will contact us. We will then bring it to your facility. Once we get it to the facility, this is how we're going to set up, and this is how it's going to get used. First thing you need to do before it is even brought over is do a gross decontamination on the area that we're going to decontaminate. How you want to do that is just basically with just soap and water. Wipe the area down, dry it off. Second thing you want to do is decontaminate that area with an NDC product, neutral disinfectant cleaner. And the directions with this is we're going to use that, we're going to spray that on the area and let it sit for 10 minutes. After the 10-minute period, wipe the area down, any excess with the rag, and make sure that the area is dry. The last thing we're going to do in that process is we're going to then use the UVC light. The UVC light, the way that will work will be we'll come in, set it up in the area. It's got a delay function on it. The delay function we usually set at 20 to 30 seconds. Here at the shop when we use it, we set it up for a 30-second delay. That will be brought out, already set up on a 30-second delay. Once we plug it in, you've got 30 seconds to evacuate the area. It's got a timer on it also for how long it's going to remain on. Once it is on, it's going to remain on for 20 minutes. According to the manufacturer, that's what the recommended time is to disinfect that area that you want to disinfect. So 20 minutes is the amount of area or the amount of time that will be on. A little bit of the functionality of the unit. It's got 4 UVC bulbs in it, 4 55-watt UVC bulbs. That's what's going to do our decontamination process. Make sure that the switch is on. The red light will come on once it's on. And again, it's basically just plug it in and leave the room. That's the big key right there. You want to make sure that you leave the room. This is a UVC. It's putting off a radiation, as we've all learned when we first came on the job, going through awareness and operations level of hazmat. A radiation, we want to time, distance, and shield. Basically, get out of the area. That's why it has the delay. We don't want to sit around and be exposed from this light for any amount of time. Last thing you want to do before you or after you set this up and leave the room is put the signs up on any type of door you have going into the area. These signs will be brought out with the equipment, and I'll go over that with you here as well. Okay, to use this device, what we're going to do is plug it in. Ensure before you plug it in that the toggle switch is placed on the on position. And again, like we talked about, our timers are set to a 30-second delay and a 20-minute use. I'm going to plug it in. Hopefully you have an outlet within the 6 feet of the device. If not, it's going to have an extension cord that comes with it. Use the extension cord. I'm going to plug it in. We've got our 25 to 30-second delay. We know that it's on because the red light's on. And we're just going to leave the room. Once we leave the room, we want to set up our warning signs. That way, if anybody comes into the station that does not know what's going on, they have the idea that they need to stay out of that area. So the warning signs, set it up with any type of tape that you already have at the fire station. I'm just using just regular EMS duct tape. And you want to do that with any type of opening that you have into that area. If for some reason you have to go back in the room where the device is operating, make sure you have on the following safety devices. Safety glasses with the side protection. Protect your eyes, protect the sides of your eyes. Long sleeves, make sure most of your skin is covered. And then you can go back in the room for a short period of time. Again, this is for an emergency. Somebody goes down while it's in there setting it up, something of that nature. That's about it. After our 20-minute of use, the light will shut off on its own. Your power light is still on. That just shows you that you still have power to this device. So make sure that you shut the toggle switch off. We also want to make sure that we come back here, we unplug the device. And then if we're not there, somebody's not there from the shop, take the device and put it in a safe, secured area until it's picked up.